New car sales continue to decrease in South Africa and automakers are crying real tears. But on the other hand, Suzuki is experiencing the opposite. The Japanese-based car manufacturer has launched some great cars in the year 2023, and not only did they just launch some new cars, these cars were sold in numbers in South Africa, with many clients being very happy with the packages sold by Suzuki. For those who don't know, Suzuki is currently sitting on number 3 in the country in terms of passenger car sales, with number 1 and 2 being Toyota and VW respectively. But I wouldn't say much about Toyota because most of its newly launched models are Suzuki's anyways. Welcome back to another video. Today we take a look at the yet to be officially launched Suzuki Jimny 5-door. And yes, you heard me right, the little Jimny is no longer so little anymore. It has gained an extra 2 pair of doors and a bit of weight. The car is yet to be officially launched in South Africa sometime in November, and we were privileged to see one at Suzuki Kyalami. That's all thanks to Mr. Chetty, who gave us a call to come and check it out. For those who want to buy a new Suzuki, any model, please do make sure you contact Chetty from Suzuki Kyalami. I'll leave his contact details on the description below. Before we talk about the Jimny, please do remember to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you don't miss out on anything that we'll be uploading. The channel is growing. We are aiming for 1,000 subscribers before the end of November 2023, and we are tiptoeing there. We have gained over 350 subscribers in the past 7 days. So let's keep the momentum. Let's continue to subscribe and share with others. Let's get back to the Jimny. The iconic little Jimny is a vehicle that we're all familiar with. A small SUV or crossover with some good off-road capabilities. And it does this without breaking your bank because let's face it, cars are expensive. But we can't continue to always complain about them being expensive. It's just how the market is. The Jimny now has a 340mm stretched wheelbase, which gives you a more spacious interior compared to the 2-door version, and increases the luggage space to 209 liters from the 59 liters that you get on the previous generation. Due to more cabin space, you can now fold the front seats to connect with the ones at the back to create a cushioned bed to enjoy your camping or whatever adventure you might be going through. Hey, I hope this feature does not end up being used irrationally, hey? But don't say I said anything. Here at the back, leg room and space in general is not really a big problem, and that's thanks to the stretched wheelbase of this new Jimny. I'm just a bit disappointed that no one can sit in the middle seat at the back. As you can see, there's not even a seat belt there, so it's just a no-go zone. But other than that, I'm very much impressed with the space here at the back. For someone of my height, I can enjoy some long distance rides without any issues, to be honest. My only problem sitting there at the back is that the car is a bit too square shaped. So you kind of sit in like a 90 degrees angle, which can be bad on long distances. But that's okay. At least there's that little switch there to operate the windows to play with and just forget about how you're sitting. I'm sure most of you are very much interested in knowing how much this car will be selling for. Well, if you are interested in one, you're going to have to choose from 3 different options, being the GL manual, which is the entry level, and then 2 flagship models being the GLX manual and the GLX automatic. I'm going to give you a price of the Jimny in a 3-door version, which is already on sale, and then I'm gonna give you the price of the 5-door version, which is yet to be launched because the prices have been released already, even though the car hasn't launched yet. So the GL manual, which is the entry level, if you buy the 3-door version small Jimny, you currently pay 390,000 rands. And if you want the GL manual in a 5-door, you're going to have to pay 430,000 rand. And then we go to the GLX manual. GLX manual currently is selling for 416,000 rands on the 3-door version. If you want the 5-door version, you're going to have to pay 458,000 rands. And then lastly, the automatic version. The GLX automatic 3-door cost 440,000 rands currently. And then if you want the 5-door version, you're going to have to pay 480,000 rands. Unfortunately, the entry-level GL doesn't get an automatic in the 5-door version, but however, you do get the automatic in the 3-door version. I don't know why Suzuki did that, but I think it's a good thing because I'm not a big fan of the 4-speed automatic. It's good though. I'm not criticizing it. It's good, but I feel like on the entry levels, it's not really necessary, and it will increase the price tag. By the way, I love those switches. Normally in a G-Wagon Mercedes, those are to lock your diff. But here in the Jimny, they are to operate your front windows, which is your front passenger and the driver's door. The GL model comes fitted standard with dual front airbags, a manually operated climate control, as well as a multifunction steering wheel. The touchscreen is 7-inch on the GL model, and it supports both Android and Apple CarPlay on both the entry level as well as the top of the range. The car also gets park distance control at the back, and windows are electrically operated at the front as well as at the back. You do get a 12-volt socket as well as a USB port at the front. I'm not sure if Suzuki really thought that one through, because people are going to fight in this car for charging ports. The one we're looking at today is the GLX manual, which is my favorite across the range. This one comes fitted standard with 6 airbags, which is the main reason why I would choose it over the GL for safety reasons. The climate control is automatic, and the steering wheel is wrapped around some leather. It also gets cruise control as standard, and you also get a reversing camera as well, together with the park distance control, which you also get on the GL. But this side, you also get a reversing camera. You do get some front fog lights and automatic LED headlights. The GLX gets a 9-inch infotainment system, which is slightly bigger than the one you get on the GL model. Yo, I love those switches. They're just a nice touch for me. The 5-door Jimny uses the same suspension setup as its little brother, the 3-door Jimny. So ground clearance remains 210 millimeters off the ground, which helps a lot when going off-road, even though I know most South Africans will use this clearance to park on pavements. And for those who stay in Midrand, they will use it to go off-road every morning when they are going to work, because wow, Midrand traffic, guys, are. Unfortunately, nothing has changed when it comes to mechanics of this car. It still uses the same engine that you get in the little 3-door Jimny, which is a 1.5-liter petrol engine with no turbos, no supercharger, or any form of forced induction. This pushes out 75 kilowatts of power and 130 Newton meters of torque. On the GL, it will only come in a 5-speed manual, whereas if you go for the GLX, you get to choose between a 5-speed manual and a 4-speed automatic. Again, this is a setup that you find in most new Suzuki models, such as the Fronx, the Baleno, the 3-door Jimny, as I've mentioned, meaning parts won't really be a problem in the long run. Suzuki backs up this vehicle with its usual 4-year or 60,000 kilometers service plan and a 5-year or 200,000 kilometers warranty. The vehicle gained 90 kilograms of weight, but yet Suzuki did not bother to increase power by any means. That's one thing that really concerns me, which also made me conclude on the GLX manual being the one I would choose over the other two. I say this because a 4-speed automatic might really make the engine a bit noisy and less efficient, which will compromise the driving experience when driving a long distance or carrying a bit of weight. Hopefully we get to drive the Jimnys side by side and compare the two of them and give you guys feedback based on what we've experienced, because right now we're talking about numbers that are written on paper, and these don't always reflect the actual reality of the driving dynamics of a vehicle. You will get to choose from 8 different colors when buying the Jimny. Unfortunately, the fuel consumption has not yet been spoken about that much, but surely it will be a bit unfriendly compared to the 3-door version due to the weight, which is a bit obvious. The fuel tank capacity is 40 liters, meaning to refuel this bad boy will cost you roughly 1,000 rands calculated on the current fuel prices in South Africa. If you finance a 460,000 rands vehicle for 72 months with no balloon, no deposit, at the current prime lending rate of 11.75%, you're looking at about 8,931 rands on monthly repayments. Add 2K nyana for insurance and tracker, and there's your final monthly cost of living with this vehicle. By the way, we were approved for this bad boy here, but numbers were really not adding up. But one day, we will definitely visit BMW and maybe get one of these. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.